Here is a tip on how to have stronger front pulses when you are adding these to your running man. So demonstrating what a front pulse looks like with the running man. For example, 1, 2, pulse 3 and 4, 5, 6, pulse 7 and 8 and. Okay, so a front pulse is basically where you're coming from your perch position. You're staying nice and tight in the core. You're going to retract down your foot, straightening it out with a slight hop forward on a nice down diagonal, and then you're gonna hop backwards and pull it back up, okay? Now, while I'm not gonna go into the full details and all of the nuances of this move right now, I wanna give you one very specific piece of advice that I see a lot of people miss out on that will help this move look even more powerful, even more impactful when you're adding it to your running man. Really quickly, this is kind of in the same family as kicks. Usually we group together kicks and pulses. This is used really frequently inside of Melbourne Shuffle. It really gives a cool accent on top of your Melbourne fundamentals. So as I said, right, you can see it with the running man. You'll see people doing it between their running man, right? Maybe they're T-stepping, finishing out with a pulse, going from a pulse into a slide. There's so many different ways to use this. So actually mastering the power behind it is such a great idea, okay? All you're gonna do is really focus on the perch position. Now, I find that a lot of people in their front pulses, they put most of their focus on dropping the foot down. And while that's good, we want to activate the quad, we want to flex the foot, so it's a really nice, strong, straight leg. They often will not actually retract fully back into their perch. And so it kind of like loses its effect afterwards. Now, even if you're keeping that retraction like small, we still want to make sure that there's energy behind it. Today, I'm going to show you with a bit of a larger demonstration. That way you can really see the difference. So basically what's happening here, if we actually look at what makes this move feel really nice and sharp and look pleasing to the eye, is that as the knee is elevated and dropping down, you can kind of see that it moves on this diagonal axis, and then it pulls back up on this slightly diagonal axis. So it pushes down, pulls back up, all right? So we really wanna make sure we're pulling that knee all the way up for as much power as possible. This video was a quickie, but I hope that it was helpful to add a little bit more power to this amazing move. I use this one all the time, so I hope that you will now use it all the time because it really is awesome. I teach this fully inside of my Footwork Blueprint. This is my fundamentals course. This is a full online course where you have lifetime access to the course material, all of the content, the very strategic videos in there and all of its updates. But you also get 60 days of training from me inside of a private community where you're gonna get to ask questions, get direct feedback from me, weekly coaching calls, all of those things. There's a specific module in here where I dive really, really deep into kicks and pulses. I explain the front pulse as we did today, the back pulse, and so many more different variations so that you can add this into your flow seamlessly. It is absolutely incredible. I will drop all of the details in the caption of this video. Make sure you follow Shuffle Shred and subscribe if you want to learn more small but mighty tips on how to become a powerful, unique, and confident shuffle dancer. And I'll see you in the next video.